Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 5th World Series, event number 1 for this World Series. As you can see here, all the brand new trucks that we're bringing in for this World Series here at Beam Monster Stadium. Up first, we have the Jester monster truck returning to us after a few World Series. Was out last time, has since replaced Raminator, I'm pretty sure. And here he comes out onto the track. Excited to be performing for you guys again. It's been a long time since we've last seen Jester. But high hopes for him this season. He was absolutely incredible in the third World Series. But here he goes, starting off his run pretty strong over this nice little bus stack. Getting a nice slap wheelie off of that. Very nice riding it. Very good. Circling back around, heading for his next jump. Getting some good air. You know, Jester was known for his... He wasn't really known for being too much of a competitive truck. Wasn't really... He won a single event, but he was a good mid-pack leader. He would set the bar high. And right now, Jester is currently setting the bar high. And that's what you want to do when you're the first out. You want to set the bar high, or at least, you know, get a bunch of points and hold on to the lead, hopefully, throughout the whole event. Because as you guys know, throughout many events, there will be trucks that take the lead in as the first out, and the rest of the trucks will either end up wrecking early or just simply not doing well enough to beat the leader. And right now, Jester's really putting on a good run. Rear steering kicking out there a little bit, but he's able to recover. It's nice to see. Does he want to go for a backflip? No, not yet. Jester, he kind of wants to save his steam. You know, he doesn't want to go out too early, so I'll respect him for not doing that. But, you know, this has been a good little run. I'd like to see him step it up a little bit. You know, he's been hitting a lot of these jumps, going for this large van here, getting some huge air, kicking out the rear steer there. But if he could get something big going... Oh, no. Is he able to get that rear steer kicked out? No, it seems like he must have broken the rear steer on that jump. He's not able to get that truck turned around. Yeah, he is struggling right now trying to get that truck to move. Just because without that rear steer, yeah, he's not going to be able to do much. Well, going for the camper here, completely crushing through it. Well done by Jester. It's a good little hit to get, especially while the truck's broken and you can't really do much. Sending it into some nice little donuts. Yeah, with the rear steer kicked out like that, there's really not much you can do. And that'll be the end of his run. And that'll score him a 25. Not a bad score to start out the World Series. Especially, I feel like that'll hold up for at least a good bit. That was a nice run by Jester. Well done to him. Put on a solid performance. You know, kicking out that rear steer, breaking that was unfortunate, but that was a good run from Jester. And up next, we have Avenger, a World Finals champion and a Point Series champion. A two-time Point Series champion, actually. Avenger is one of the most well-known trucks on this series for being one of the baddest, one of the heaviest hitting, having some of the best saves, the best wrecks. And out here, sporting the Dale Earnhardt flag, flying through the air on his first hit. Wow, incredible way to start out. You can see here he's decided to go for the truck body this World Series instead of doing one of his Bel Air designs, getting a little cattywampus, but he's able to keep it on all fours. What an incredible save. Good control by Avenger. I mean, such a well-kept truck, always able to keep it on all fours, has some of the best saves. Truly, this truck is built so well. Its chassis hasn't changed for 2 or 3 World Series now. I feel like this has just been the one that's been able to be the most competitive, able to keep up there with the big dogs like Gravedigger and Monster Energy. Avenger is probably one of the biggest dogs on our World Series. If you beat him in an event, I mean, you're almost guaranteed to win. But wow, look at that, an incredible sky wheelie, slamming it hard on the back end. Absolutely incredible. He's going to go for the tall van over here on the side, the one that took out Jester. And he's going to take it like a champ, riding it into a little slap wheelie. Setting it down quick, though. Setting it down quick because he wants to go for the backflip, doesn't he? Here we go. Up and over, hard on the side. going into some sidewalls, and he's able to save it. But yeah, that truck's broke. Oh god, what happened? Oh yeah, no, that's an upper forelink right there. That is keeping, that upper forelink keeps the back end of the truck from swaying side to side. And as you can see, that thing is swaying hard to the right. Yeah, that is gonna mess up Avenger's run. But you know Avenger, you've seen him for all these World Series. You think a broken truck has ever stopped this guy? He is gonna keep on driving this truck either until it's flipped over or it can't move at all. I mean, it's just, this is the Avenger Classic. This is what he does for you fans. It doesn't matter if he'll break the truck too much to miss the next event. He'll keep going no matter what. And over here, look at that save! Barrel rolling over! And they shut off the truck. But that's it. That's time up. 29. Your new leader, Avenger. What an incredible run. Doing all that for you fans. He doesn't care if the truck's broken. He'll keep driving it. He'll drive that thing straight into the ground. And speaking of a driver who will drive a truck into the ground, here we are, the Gravedigger, who we missed last World Series, replaced by Gravedigger the Legend, who really didn't have the same pizzazz that Gravedigger had. I mean, everyone knows Gravedigger as the heavy-hitting champ of these World Series. Gravedigger Legend was a good mid-pack truck, but here we go. Gravedigger returning again with that beautiful paint, hitting that tall van, getting some good air to start out with, but here he goes for the center jump, some solid air, getting, soaring across the stadium. Gravedigger I know for a fact, has won a World Championship before. Not the point series, but at least a World Finals Championship. Getting a little crazy there. Oh, bouncing off the van, but he's going to go straight over it. Nicely done. But Gravedigger is an incredible freestyle machine. I mean, so far has won a World Finals Championship. And, hopefully he's able to bring it back this World Series. Unlike the World Series number 3, where he was on the Race Source chassis, that really did not do him too well. I feel like he was doing a lot better on the CRD chassis, but now he's brought out his number 20 chassis. We're going to see what he can get done here, because I'm excited to see how this chassis is going to perform against the Race Source chassis, which really did not do him well at all. But getting some good air. He's had a little solid save. Going to spin into some Cyclones. Here we go. Yeah, nice Gravedigger fashion, getting into some donuts. You know the Gravedigger, he loves to keep the fans going, loves to turn them on. Here we go. Ooh, hard hit on the back end, kicking out the rear steer again there. But he's going to keep going, not affecting him too much. Is he going to go for the backflip? No, he's going to dance around it. He's going to go for this little jump right here. What's he going to do next? I mean, we're really trying to wait and see, getting some huge air. Absolutely incredible by Gravedigger, but I'd love to see a big wow factor, something to really, get the fans going. That's what really scores well. Like this right here. Holy crap. On his side, rolling over the jump, spinning it around. But that's going to be it for the Gravedigger. He shuts off the truck before it can get back over. Only going to get him a 25. That's going to put him behind Jester. But, I mean, it's a pretty solid run bringing it back. Not able to fill time, so he won't get full points. But, that was a pretty solid run by the Gravedigger. Love to see him back. Up next, we have the U.S. Air Force Afterburner, who scored pretty high, actually. Was leading the point series last season for a good bit before Monster Energy brought it back. And ended up scoring, I think, second or third in the World Finals. So this is a truck surely to look out for this World Series, as he proved himself to be a worthy contender last World Series. Here goes flying over the stadium, flying across it at least. But I have high hopes for the Air Force Afterburner this World Series. I feel like he can really, now that he's a known truck, a known competitor, he can really get into his own by flying over that jump, sailing it right down the back end of that ramp. It's a very nice and clean jump by the Air Force Afterburner. This truck was really known for its air and its high speeds of going over these massive ramps. And, he's really also, along with that, was just a very good competitor in terms of saves, in terms of filling time. He was very rarely went out early. And I think that's something that we can hope to see from the Air Force Afterburner. Hopefully that'll bring him a lot of points and cross threads too, as he's going for right here. going over the side. An incredible little, ooh, getting a little turned on the jump. But he's going to keep going all the way over the main jump, going into the pond. And he spins right on out of it. Very nice by the Air Force Afterburner. It's getting a little crazy here. Look at that. Nice little jump there. Spinning it around. What's he going to go for now? Is he going to go for this side jump? Yes, he is. Flooring it. Absolutely flying. He's going to nosedive into the ground. Oh, no. He's gone over. And the truck is off as he slams into the back wall. Yeah, once you get that close to the stadium walls, they're going to shut you off. Not going to be able to fill time. About 30 seconds off. Only a score of a 22, which is reasonable for not filling time. But that is unfortunate to see. Just as I was saying, filling time, especially with the Air Force Afterburner. Not able to do it tonight. He's not going to be able to win the event. But it was good to see him. And up next, we have a very solid competitor from last season. Didn't get any wins, I don't think. And he didn't score. He scored pretty well at the World Finals. But Blacksmith, this is a truck to be known. He was a very, very, very he was an underdog, I think, last season. You didn't really see him too much, but when he did good, he did good. Is he going for the backflip immediately? Going for a corkscrew, spinning it over. Is that it? Is he gonna roll it back? Oh my God, he rolls it back over. Are you kidding me? Is he gonna get the truck back started? Yes, he is. The truck has started again. They're letting him refire. What an incredible move by Blacksmith. And he's gonna keep going. Right over the pond. Oh my God. Just as I was saying, he was an underdog last season. He didn't really win too many events. I don't think he won any at all. But he would get second. He would get third. He was really just like sitting under the leader. But he was competitive with the pack, with the top 3 dogs. He was always, staying up there, at least in the top 4, and held on pretty hard in the point series. I think he got 3rd or 4th, but look at him now, soaring through the air with that. Absolutely incredible. You can see him sporting the Jolly Roger flag. He's joined Team Gravedigger. They're team trucks now. And I think that's really going to benefit him a lot, even though, the team's mostly for cosmetic, mostly just for fun. It's not really, you don't really get a competitive edge being in a team. But, Blacksmith here just doing an amazing job. He's bringing it back for Gravedigger, which, nearly filled time. Really wasn't it was a good run. It wasn't an eventful run, though. Not like this. This right here is an eventful run. Going over on 2 wheels, and Blacksmith is able to pull it back over. Absolutely incredible. Going over the back racing lane, getting a lot of air. Right now, Blacksmith is really just putting on such a competitive run right here. I'm expecting this to take the lead, just because. Is he going to go for the backflip again? He's going for the backflip again. This time, no corkscrew, but able to spectacularly land that truck. Absolutely incredible. Look at that. Oh my God. This has got to be a winning run. I mean, I don't expect, and this is absolutely stellar. He's had a phenomenal flow, incredible air, a corkscrew save, a backflip. He saved it on the bicycles, going into some cyclones now, and the score's a 34. Absolutely incredible. Filling time, getting a 34. That's 1 point away from a perfect score. And there he is, stopping the truck on the very top of that center jump. There you are. There is your current leader, Blacksmith, with a 34. What an incredible run. What an incredible way to start out the World Series. There we go. And up next is a truck that, well, I don't know about its capability of bringing it home tonight. I don't know if this is a winning truck, but this is certainly a fan's truck. The people love Spike, and look, starting off immediately, wasting no time. Spike has always been known for his showmanship. I don't think he's really ever come out onto this track expecting to win, but he has come out onto this track expecting to excite you fans, to keep you on your feet, keep you on your toes, really show you guys what a fun freestyle is. What a just thrilling, oh my God. What a phenomenal freestyler Spike is. I mean, you've seen other events his Cyclones, absolutely known for his Cyclones. He's known for, blew out a motor last season. Just trying to keep doing Cyclones was going crazy. And, I'm excited to see what he's going to do this World Series. He's really started to embrace the more fun side of his freestyling rather than his more competitive side. Going up on 2 wheels there. Good little save by him. But, yeah, I'm super excited to see what Spike brings to the table this season. Going up and over into the fountain. Very nice little run there. It seems like, Spike's really laying down a good run right now. He's going to go for the tall van right here. Flying over. Oh, landing hard on the right side, but he's able to keep the truck going. Going straight into another jump. This is a very nice run by Spike. He's spinning it around here. What can we see Spike do? What can he really do to get these fans? What can he do to, either get these fans going or bring home the win? Spike has always just been such an amazing truck. Has been one of very few trucks that has remained constant throughout every single World Series. It's the 5th World Series that he's appeared in. And has yet to be taken out. And he's going to go for the backflip here. Is he going to land it? He lands it. Oh, but he blows out a shock in the back end. And that's time. He actually ends up scoring a 28. A very nice. That'll put him in 3rd place, right behind his teammate Avenger. And here we go, spinning it into some Spike Cyclones. Here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. How long is he going to keep these Cyclones going? Oh my god. What a Cyclone machine. I love seeing the Cyclones, especially with that blown out shock. It's going to keep that truck super low to the ground, allow him to get more speed on these Cyclones. Absolutely incredible. There you go, Spike in 3rd place. What a phenomenal run. Really, I'd call that a solid run. That was a mid-pack run. That's what he was known for around the 1st and 2nd World Series. He was really known for just being a mid-pack competitor. Really holding a solid score in 3rd or 4th. But, he never really climbed up that high. But I respect him for going back to that formula right now at the beginning of the World Series just to get himself some points, hopefully. And then kind of bring it back around during the later half of the World Series. But if there's someone who you need to be watching out for at all times, it's the Monster Energy truck. This is last World Series, your points leader, your points winner with 16 points, and your freestyle champion, taking home both trophies. Monster Energy, here he is showing off for you, showing you guys that this is your most competitive truck last season. Is he going to be the competitive truck this season? Who knows? I mean, just such a phenomenal truck. During the 1st World Series, I think he actually didn't end up winning any points whatsoever. And look at that! A reverse move over the center jump. Absolutely incredible. Going straight back over it. What a phenomenal move by Monster Energy. That is the competitive side of Monster Energy. Truly just such a competitive truck. Has so far took home the Points World Series in the 4th and 5th. What in the world? Interrupting my sentence. So sorry. Monster Energy. What do you call that? He broke the steering on the back left tire. That is going to mess him up. But what do you call that move? I mean, spinning out of control. He's up on his lid. Is he going to be able to pull it back? Oh, no. They shut off the truck. And that's it. That's Monster Energy's run. Only a 19. Barely even a minute into his run. And he flips it over. So unfortunate. I had high hopes for Monster Energy at the beginning of this World Series. But that means that your freestyle winner is Blacksmith with that near perfect score of 34. Absolutely phenomenal. What a way to start the World Series. Here you see both the Team Scream trucks just absolutely annihilated in the pits. But I imagine they'll be able to make it back with those fresh parts. They expected to go crazy this first World Series. They'll have their trucks fixed in no time. But that was just such an insane event. Your winner, Blacksmith, who actually has not won an event up until now. What an incredible, just like a show of skill by Blacksmith. Along with Team Scream, of course, always staying competitive. I don't think those trucks have ever not been competitive. But it is so unfortunate to see Blacksmith flip that early. Wow. Well, that has been such a phenomenal event.